Okay, fj60. This is my fj60, 1995. I got it for 4K 2 years ago, and I'm working on it, still working on it, still working. The only thing that's left is external body and some inside. I'll show you. So I'll show you what I've done. This is more like a bragging video or encouragement, whatever term you want to put in it. So let's go from the front to the back. Still an old bumper. I found it on a Craigslist. Bolt on, a little bit crooked, sideways, but well, that's the purpose. Some stuff are new, some stuff are still old, still work in progress. I have those LED lights. I was thinking there will be a blast, but they look good, but I don't think they're good LED lights. There might be something that better. I still have a new grill to put in, but I'm not gonna install it until I do some painting jobs on the car. Still have to unbolt a bunch of stuff. Maybe we should leave patina like this and just make it more. So as far as sight, of course, fj62 mirrors. I think they're a lot better than from, and they are Toyota, no fake. They are a lot better than fj60. Those are small and can't see anything inside of them. Those are pretty good. They're not automatic, but manual will do the job. The rims, I got all these 5 rims here locally. Again, on Craigslist, 300 bucks, all 5 of them with the tires. It was a blast. And that's what the problem. This is probably the usual problem with them. That's where they start caving in, rusting. Same thing on the other side. Small. I'm trying to patch it, but that's still work in progress on the body, but nothing major. Just those in the back. I bought a kit, and I probably will replace him. Some of the moldings, chrome moldings, still in the garage. I haven't installed them. So let's take a look what I did inside. I found all the possible panels. I took the best that I could find on the market and I keep swapping, keep selling the old one. So this is pretty good shape. Seats, I may reupholster sometimes, but I'll keep those original one. They're still in a good shape, just some small rips, but not bad. This is from another Toyota. What is it? RAV. I think that goes good with it. Of course, stuffy console with some additional stuff. I like the steering wheel from fj62. I have a fj60, but it's way too thin. And choke, some dead switch. Maybe I'll hook up to something someday. Of course, I do have a top. I have to replace it, but this one is still good for what I'm doing. All this I replaced, and I put a dynamite dampers and all the good stuff. So its isolation is pretty good in this car. Same thing here. I did install from fj62. They are brown. Maybe somebody wants to swap brown for mine is gray, but I'd rather keep this one than what it had originally. I do have from fj60 the back, fj62 the back with the headrest. Also, I will work on it to install it. Of course, the console. No, that's pretty much it. Panels are looking good. Chrome is looking good. All the rubbers looking good. All the sliders are working really well. Window sliding, opening. Of course, I installed for fj60 the pedal rest. I think it was missing there. It's a little bit too close to the clutch, but it's not on the way at all. It's just a good. There's a bunch of retro from fj60. As you can see, a speedometer from fj60, because fj62 had that limitation 55, but I'm pushing this thing sometimes to 80, sometimes to 90, but most of it is the same. I did the dashboard with the new cap cover, and this cap cover I was thinking is the best thing that ever happened, but was I wrong? It always crack right here, so I order this cloth cover, and I don't mind. It's pretty good. This is what the setup is. Altimeter with if you notice, it's a 5-speed. Yes, it's a 5-speed. I installed a 5-speed H55 transmission. Antenna, still work in progress. The buttons here, antenna is somewhere in the box, but still working on the wiring. Other than that, this rig looks pretty good. I installed a remote, or not remote, but from inside, from fj60 gas cap opener. Let's look under the hood. Let's look one more time. Nothing special, but everything is redone, refurbished, looking pretty good. Let's look under the hood. What's cooking here? And right here, original motor. I rebuilt it myself, everything. I rebuilt it motor, brand new transmission 5-speed, and I rebuilt it the transfer case. And I rebuilt it the front diff and rear diff. So most of the stuff is rebuilt here. Something that doesn't need to be rebuilt is not rebuilt, but that's how it looks. I also installed a snorkel. My hookup to the snorkel was through this canister. I don't know where this thing come from. I just bought on eBay. I think it's from fj80, I believe. And I hook it up like that. It's still, I need to hook up this part correctly because I just put the filter here. This is from a smoke pump. I need to fit this into somewhere there, so I need to figure out how. So what's the point having snorkel if that thing sits about the engine, right? Diff breeders, and most of it's just standard stuff. Aluminum rad, pretty good radiator. This is front, that's really good. I installed this oil separator right there, so I don't want the oil to go from there to somewhere over there, as always. Pardon my English though, but hella lamps still not hooked up, still work in progress. Let's peekaboo underneath the car. What has been done here? New suspension, old man Nemo. There's a leak right here. I know where it's coming from. It's coming from the, actually I was troubleshooting this, is coming from the valve cover. So I will have to jiggle with the valve cover, see what's going on there. But it's all hunky-punky. Looking, everything is immaculate. Not much rust at all. In this shape, I would say no rust. I rebuilt the front brake. As a matter of fact, this brake booster is from Tundra. This is not fj60. Oh, it's a lot better than fj60, a lot better. Maybe it's because of it's 1 inch wider. It's not even comparison. I don't know, maybe if you have questions you can ask me more in details. But yeah, spare. Oh, and the rear I installed a stabilizer bar. It doesn't usually come with the stabilizer bar. I install it, it's a lot more stable too. I don't know, this is the rig. So if you ladies have a question for me about it, post it and I'll go in detail about every component. See you then.